I'm Brad Nessler, joined by the coach, Lee Corso, and the quarterback, Kirk Herbstreit. There's a chill in the air tonight, but it probably won't adversely affect either squad. Get ready for the USC Trojans and the Air Force Falcons. This bowl game has all the makings of a great one. Should be a lot of fun. And here come the Falcons. Fans on both sides think their team is going to win this thing. What's your prediction, Kirk?
Air Force knows all too well about playmakers as they have one of their own at the running back position. This guy's got way too much talent to be contained. Lee, I think he'll lead them to a close victory.
This will be a good game, but
the Falcons are going to win this one, sweetheart.
USC lines up to kick this one off, and we're just about set to get underway. He sends this one deep. So now we'll get to see the offense come out of the field for their first drive of this game. Well, folks, lining up at halfback is a very, very special player.
You bet, Brad. This kid has a great combination of speed and power. He'll be the focal point of this offense. If the defense can't contain him, they'll be in for a long day.
Yeah, this kid is talented, but you know what, Kirk? I talked to the middle linebacker yesterday at the hotel, and he said this back wasn't going to get 50 yards against them.
Wow, those are big words, Coach. We'll have to watch and see what happens.
They come out in the bone here. They give to the tailback. He jukes him, and he's tackled at the 26-yard line. Harris picks up a yard on the play. They line up at the 26. Third down and 4 coming up on this one. The Falcons go with the I formation. Mullen up the gut. They'll be stopped before they reach the first down marker.
Now that was some real hard defense. Way to bring up fourth down, guys.
Fourth and 3. It's fourth down, and the punt team lines up. Curry is back awaiting the punt. He gets it away. Curry fields it at the 39, at the 40, to the 20, to the 10. He returns it all the way to score. Where was the coverage on that play?
Well, credit to blocking here. They created a big enough lane for him to run through, and as they say, the rest is history.
They'll line up for the point after. And he tacks on the extra point. Phillips looks ready to kick this one off. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Colston fields it in the end zone. So the offense takes over, and the last time they had the ball, they had a tough time getting anything going. The Falcons
Take
with a
over
full house
at the
backfield.
20-yard line. First and 10.
Davidson pitches it out. Spin move. He tackles him for a loss. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Clipping on the offense. After this to the goal. Still
Clipping is
first
the
down.
call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. First and long. Ball on the 10.
On the 10-yard line.
Davidson with a nice play fake, and he can't get away from the pressure. It's second and long. Drops back to pass. He gets rid of it. Backward pass. That's a fumble. And that is not what they had in mind.
It was simply a bad play. Turnovers are bad on their own, but when you add the fact that it resulted in points for the opposition, that will kill you every time.
And they line up for the point after. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Phillips is lined up to kick this one off.
USC is lined up.
He kicks off. So the offense comes out after their last drive, had the ball end up in the defense's hands by way of a fumble. They'll set up shop at the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
Feeds it to the back. He shoots. And they make the stop at the 25-yard line. Yarner picks up 5 with the carry. That'll bring up second down. So line up at the 25.
Ball on the 25-yard
It's second and 5 here. He drops back. Looking. He steps up. Got hit as he threw. And that one's fallen incomplete. How about that defensive call?
I love this call because you don't want the quarterback to get too comfortable back there. He'll tear you up.
From their own 25-yard line. 3rd and 5 situation. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. And he puts it on the turf. Well, they avoided a turnover right there.
Man, oh man, that was a close one. Good thing that kid was paying attention and fell on the football.
Fourth and 11.
The Falcons line up to punt. Curry back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or two. He punts it. Curry fields it to 48. Now we'll get to see how this quarterback can do today as he comes out onto the field for the first time.
The
First and
USC
10.
Trojans take over at the 43-yard line. First and 10.
The Trojans line up in an I formation. Play action. He throws. And it falls incomplete. Walker was the intended target. That'll make it second down. So it's second and 10. Ball on the 43. The Trojans line up with a single set backfield. He lets it go. Got it to him on the run.
Defense was coming with heat on that play.
Yep, but the offensive line did a good job of picking up their assignments, and that gave the quarterback enough time to throw a nice pass to pick up the first down.
First and 10.
We've got a first and 10.
27
Ball on the
yard
27.
line.
Ace backfield. White to the air on first down. Lets it fly. And they push him out at the 23-yard line. That was a good completion there.
Yeah, I really liked the good, clean routes they ran on that play.
It's second down.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Gives it left side. Small gets in the backfield for a loss. The halfback couldn't get any running room.
And that was because the defense had called a blitz just at the right time. He went right through the offensive line and nailed him for a loss.
This defense has shown that they're one of the best in the nation.
Teams haven't been able to move the ball well on these guys all year.
Well, they have a great front seven who can overpower blockers and a secondary that provides great support in the run and pass. That's what makes a great defense.
Looking to pass. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. They were bringing a heavy rush on that.
Brad, that's what happens if the quarterback holds the ball too long, waiting for his receivers to get open.
And it's the offense that takes the field on fourth down. USC lines up in a bunch formation. They need this pass. Stepping up. And they sack him on fourth down. The defense stopped him.
That fourth down play was very important as far as the Big Mo is concerned. Now they have momentum on their side. Go for it.
They'll go to work at the 39-yard line. Harris on the inside handoff. A little juke. Brings him down at the 46-yard line. They keep it on the ground, and the halfback gets about 7 yards. It's second down. Harris gets the call again. Green with the tackle at the 49. Harris gets 3 yards on the carry. It's third and inches.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Air Force lines up in the power I set. Davidson with the option. He's taken down at the 47. And they keep it on the ground and pick up the first.
Good third down conversion right here. Not a real big play, but this gives them a new set of downs to work with.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't go to the air here and really attack this defense.
First down, 10 to go. A little juke. And he is drilled at the 35-yard line. It's first and 10. Davidson, hands off. Juke move. And he's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 1-yard gain by the halfback. Second down and 9 to go.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Harris on the give. Tackle at the 32. A 2-yard run by the halfback. The offense faces another third down as they line it up. The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first.
Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. So another third down upcoming for the offense.
7-yard line.
Makes a move. Nice move. Has some daylight. Touchdown! The halfback got the call and was able to carry it to Pater.
Yeah, looking smooth out there.
He's one of those guys they can count on for big plays.
They're setting up for the PAT. And he tacks on the extra point. Better than 8 minutes remain in the first quarter. And the score, USC 14, Air Force 7. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He boots it deep downfield. Curry from his own end zone. Tries to shoot. Good, solid return that time.
You're right. And what allowed him to come up with a nice return were some key blocks up front.
Yep, and a few more of those key blocks and it would have been really big.
This drive will start at the 39.
39-yard line. First and 10.
The Trojans come out showing 3 wide. He passes it, and he's hit immediately. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made a great read, saw the open receiver, and delivered an almost perfect strike. Good-looking play.
First and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
USC comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. White pitches it out. Halfback pass, and that one's incomplete.
Interesting play right there, Coach.
This offensive coordinator has always had a bunch of trick plays up his sleeve. It may not have worked this time, but you can bet he still has a lot more of them to choose from.
Second and 10.
Second
Ball
down.
on the 49-yard line.
6 DBs in the lineup. White drops back, throws, and it's incomplete. Mills was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it third down. Third down.
And 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
The Trojans line up with a single set backfield. He unloads it. Oh, great catch. On 3rd and long, they get the first down, but was it close?
Close or not, what a relief it is to the quarterback to have a new set of downs to work with.
First and 10.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
39-yard line.
White drops back to pass. Rifles it right side. Got it. And he's all the way down to the 5. He got it to the receiver in a hurry.
That ball was on a line. The defense couldn't knock it down because they couldn't see it. It was a laser beam.
USC looking to go up by 2 scores. Parks is the single setback. White back to throw. Across the middle. Intercepted in the end zone. He's tackled in the open field. I thought that was going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, the quarterback did too. The problem was he didn't see the kid covering his guy. Now he's got to go back and talk to the old ball coach. He explained, yo, what happened?
Let me tell you what, that is not a fun thing to do. After he's done yelling you, you're real quick not to make another throw like that.
He'll take over at the 15-yard line.
Start the drive at the 15-yard line. First and 10.
Davidson with the give. They'll bring him down at the 25-yard line. And the tailback picks up great yardage on the run.
How many times did we see him run that play in practice this week?
1,000 times. And it was just as successful then as it is right now.
From their own 25-yard line. First down.
First and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
He's tackled at the 27. It's second and 8.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
He jukes him. Third down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 27-yard line. The Trojans bring in the nickel package. Davidson back to pass. Steps up. He gets rid of it. It's complete. Curry brings him down to the 33-yard line. Good little game, but he couldn't quite get past the marker.
If he could have broken one more tackle, they'd be moving the sticks.
Come on now, not everybody has the moves like you, Scotty.
That's right, sweetheart.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Air Force ready to punt this one away. Curry back to receive, and you better believe this is the last guy they want to punt to. He gets it away. Curry takes it to 25. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive.
1 yard.
They'll get the ball here at the 26-yard
line. First and 10.
Defense lines up in a 3-4. He drops back. White lets it fly. And they make the stop at the 32. Defense looked like it jumped early there.
Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still
I think I saw a lineman move first.
I didn't see anything. But we are way up here in the booth, and the refs are right down there on the field, so we'll have to trust them.
Hey,
First and 5.
I'm your partner in the
Ball on the
booth. You're supposed to
31-yard
back
line.
me up on that.
He drops back. Throws this one off balance.
Boy, that was a good defensive effort there.
The ball was there, but the defender beat the receiver to it. Nice play.
So that'll make it second down. Second down and 5. Ball on their own 31.
31-yard
USC comes to the line with 3 wide. Tries to juke. Tackle made at the 34. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run. They line up at the 34. Third down and 2 to go. Parks lines up as a single back. White will throw for it. Lets it go. And he's got him on the run. Good open field tackle. Boy, does this kid have an arm or what?
Are you kidding me? It looks like he has a rocket launcher attached to his shoulder.
We've got a 1st and 10. The defense lines up in a dime. White drops back, moves up in the pocket, looks, Ford comes away with a sack. They line up at the 47.
13.
2nd down.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
USC comes out with an I formation. Sears with the tackle at the 47. They pick up a good 6 yards there. They'll line it up again on 3rd down.
On the 47-yard line.
Line up in a 3-4. He's looking to pass. White gets sacked for the loss. So credit that one to the defensive end.
5-yard loss on the play. Fourth and 12.
The Trojans are lining up to punt it away. Phillips awaits the snap. Hangs it up high. Stewart signals for a fair catch. The defense did a good job against them the last time they had the ball, forcing the punt.
But remember, they had given up quite a few yards before forcing that punt. They might not be so lucky this time.
They'll start this drive at the 17. He's tackled at the 18-yard line. Harris picks up a yard on the play. We've got 2nd and 9 here. Ball on the 18. They'll bring him down at the 20. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
It's
3rd down.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Air Force lines up in the ball, and they'll get him in the backfield.
Nice tackle in the backfield there. This guy just overpowered his blockers and drove down the ball carrier.
He really showed his strength on that play. This guy has one of the highest bench presses on the team.
Well, he's one of the heaviest guys on the team, too.
15-yard line.
I hope he's one of the strongest.
Curry back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or two. Punts the ball away. Curry takes it at the 47. The offense comes back on the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
Well, they had something going, but were unable to get any points.
They'll
The offense will take over at the
46-yard
46-yard line. White looking to throw on 1st down. He's looking for his man. And a nice pickup there.
I'll tell you what, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz, and the quarterback showed tremendous poise by making a good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
2nd down.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Parks is the single setback. White drops to throw. He jukes. He'll take it himself. He's taken down at the 40-yard line. He decides to tuck it in and picks up the 1st down.
A 1st down, and I tell you what, now he's got this defense conscious of his mobility. And when that happens, just watch. I'm talking big plays in the passing game.
They line up at the 40.
Ball on the 40-yard
It's 1st down.
line.
USC comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. Parks comes away with 2 yards on the carry. It's 2nd down and 8.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Parks, the lone back. Gives it off. He jukes him, and he's taken down at the 36-yard line. Parks gains about 2 yards on the run. It's third down and 6 to go. USC sets up in the I. White hands it off straight ahead, and they'll bring him down behind the line. Nice tackle to bring him down before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Solid effort there to break up that play.
Fourth and 7.
USC lining up the punt. We're through one quarter, and the score is USC 14, Air Force 7. Fourth down, and the offense is still on the field. Drops back to pass. It's tipped. And that stop really gives these guys a swing of momentum, fellas.
You bet, Brad. That defensive play really ignited a fire on the sideline.
Yeah, this is a great chance for the offense now to build off that momentum and put some crucial points on the board.
He'll take over at the 37.
At the 37-yard line. First and 10.
They come out in the bone here. Let's see, do one of the linemen move first?
Offsides. On the defense. 5-yard penalty.
The defense lends them a hand with that penalty.
Gosh, giving up penalty yards is so frustrating, isn't it?
First and 5. Ball on the 42-yard line.
And they'll bring him down behind the line. Second and 7 coming up here.
Ball on
their own
40-yard line.
Davidson steps back to pass. Throws down the middle. And he's level at the 49-yard line.
You know, it's really easy to overlook those guys on the line.
Yeah, the defense came after them, and those linemen held them long enough for the quarterback to throw for a first down.
Here are the offensive production stats, brought to you today by Coca-Cola. He's tackled at the 45. Harris picks up about 4 yards on the play. From the 45-yard line.
Ball
In second down, 6 yards to go. USC comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. On the ground, up the middle. He's taken down at the 42-yard line. Harris gains around 3 yards on the run. That'll bring up third down. Third down and 3 coming up. Ball on the 42-yard line.
42-yard line.
Makes a move. And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
Man, I sure wouldn't want to be hit by that kid.
That's not baby fat on him anymore. He weighs 300 pounds plus. I don't know if I'd be calling him a kid.
Well, I'm not the one out there taking the hits either, my friend.
On the 43-yard line.
Air Force lining up the punt. Wallace is back deep to return. He punts. Oh, he faked it. That didn't fool anyone at all.
Kirk, let me tell you why that didn't work. This defense is well coached, and they anticipated where the ball was going.
They anticipated, and they also have a lot of team speed out there. And they saw the snap go to the up back, Everybody was
The
swarming the
USC
ball.
Trojans take
They'll
over
go to work
at
at
the
the
40-yard
40.
line. First and 10.
They come out in a nickel. He looks to throw on first down. The ball is tipped. Mills was the intended target on the play. That'll make it second down. From their own 40-yard line, it's second and 10. Up the middle. They'll bring him down for a loss on the play. And the linebacker comes up and makes a big stop.
This is textbook. This is how you're supposed to play against the run.
Yeah, and that time the defense got him to go backwards.
From their own 38-yard line. Third down and 12 to go. The Falcons line up in a nickel back. White back to throw. Surveys the field. He throws it. He snags it. He's hit and taken down. An 8-yard gain.
Fourth and 4.
USC lining up the punt.
46-yard line.
Stewart is back to receive. He punts it away. It's a high kick. He drops it. He let that one get away from him.
And Brad, anytime a player must return like that, it sticks around in the back of his mind. You need to just forget about it and move on.
They'll go to work at the 18-yard line. The defense lines up in a dime. Hands it off. Johnson tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. And the defensive end comes up with a big play.
Boy, he's quick as a cat, no question. He got tremendous penetration and was able to wrap him up for a loss there.
It's second down and 11 to go.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
They come out in the bone here. Missed tackle. And he's tackled at the 39. And the halfback ripped off a nice gain there to get him the first.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to him again.
First and 10. Ball on the 39. Jordan tackles him for a loss on the play. Second down.
12. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Here's the halfback. He spins. Loss of a yard. From their own 36-yard line. It's third and 13. This defense is in the dime. Looks to pass. And they got him. Well, guys, it was the linebacker that got to the quarterback.
Yep, the quarterback should have read that blitz and got rid of the ball.
Fourth and long.
Air Force
Ball
ready to
on
punt
the
this one away.
29-yard line.
Curry back to return. He's already proven he can break these with a block or two. He gets it off. Curry fields it to 31.
Yo, the defense really stepped up to force that 3 and out on the last drive.
Yeah, the offense wasn't clicking on their last session. We'll see if they have things figured out on this next drive.
This driver starts at the 33.
First and 10.
The defense sets up in the dime. Throws it up there. Complete. And he's tackled right away. That screen play gets him a yard at the most. It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on their own 34-yard
line.
USC comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. White set to go to the air, and it's picked off. And that was their second interception of the game. They're going to flag the celebration there.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. First down.
They'll start at the 46-yard line. First and 10.
Harris takes it left.
That blitz was coming pretty hard that time, Eric.
There was just nowhere for the running back to go. Great penetration by this defense.
They line up at the 46. It's second down. They'll give it off here. And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
Look at that. The blitz just threw off their blocking assignments. And that's why this running back is looking for his mouthpiece right now.
Third and 13 coming up. Ball on the 43-yard line. The Falcons line up in an I formation. He's under some heat. Johnson will make the sack. There's his third sack of this game.
This guy's got a great motor out there. He's always working his way to the quarterback, looking for the sack.
Fourth and long.
The punter comes on the field, getting ready to send one off. Curry back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or two. He punts it. Curry takes it at the 20.
Beautiful, beautiful coverage.
Very well covered all around.
The USC
First and 10.
Trojans take
Ball
over
at the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
Air Force lines up in a dime defense here. The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first.
Offsides. On the defense. 5-yard penalty.
So they'll move him back after the penalty.
I bet that one has the fans steaming.
That wasn't a very bright play by that young man. You can bet that the fans aren't the only ones unhappy. His coaches don't look too happy either.
First down and 5 to go. Ball on the 25-yard
line.
White back to throw. He lets it go. That's a live ball. Second and 11. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Second and 11. Ball on the 19-yard line.
USC comes out with an I formation. White hands off. He's tackled at the 22. 3 yards there on the play. It's third down.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Air Force comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. It falls incomplete. Pressure that time, and he was forced into throwing before he wanted to.
Wow, the kid just avoided getting smacked on that one.
Fourth and 8.
And they're ready to punt this one away. Phillips is waiting for the snap. Punts the ball away. Stewart fields at the 37. The offense comes back on the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
It's all about execution, my friends. We saw them move the football, but they were unable to move it when it mattered most.
But Lee, I think you have to give
They'll
credit to
start
this
the
defense.
drive
They
at the
tightened up when they had
39-yard
to.
line.
They're going to look to do the
First
same
10.
here.
Green tackles him for a loss on the play.
Second
They line
and
up
12.
at the 37. It's second down.
Yard line.
Pittman tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. They line up at the 36. It's third down at 13 to go. The defense lines up with 6 DBs. Drops back to pass. He's taken off. And he hits him hard at the 40. 3, maybe 4 yards on the scramble.
Fourth and 9.
Air Force
Ball on
lining
the
up the
40-yard
punt.
line.
Curry back to receive, and you better believe this is the last guy they want to punt to. They get this one off, and it's a beauty. Curry fields it to 17. That's a great tackle at the 20-yard line. So the offense takes over, and they'll try to figure out this defense as they forced them to punt the last time they had the ball.
The
They'll
USC
take over at
Trojans
the 20.
will start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
The Falcons bring in the nickel package. Nice play fake. Look out! It's intercepted.
Oh, boy. I bet he knew as soon as he released that football that he shouldn't have made the throw. That's the thing. When you're under that kind of pressure, it takes away that one split second you need to scan the area so you know where it's a safe throw.
And that's why a pass rush is so crucial to a defense. It allows you to intercept those passes from the quarterback.
Well, I think they might have gone just a little too far that time.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. First down.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive.
First and 10.
The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first.
Offsides. On the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still
And the
first
defense
down.
gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
First and 5. Ball on the 35.
35-yard line.
Good move. Brought down at the 31-yard line. Harris gets about 4 yards on the play. From the 31-yard line. Second down. And everyone in the stadium knows who should get the ball in short yardage situations. Davidson still has it. Throwing right. Incomplete pass. Andrews was the intended receiver on that pass. So that'll make it third down. It's third down.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
On the ground, up the middle. And they'll bring him down behind the line. The defensive end was the victor on that play as he bolted in to tackle him for a loss.
He was able to do that because the interior linemen held their ground, leaving the runner with no options.
They're going to flag the celebration there.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. First down.
They're in the red
First and
zone.
10. Ball on the 18-yard line.
They'll bring in their dime package. Let's see, do one of the linemen move first?
Offsides. Home defense. 5-yard penalty.
The
Still
defense
first down.
lends them a hand with that penalty.
Gosh, giving up penalty yards is so frustrating, isn't it?
First down and 5 to go. They're threatening inside the 20. Yarno on the clock. Can't wrap him up. They'll knock him down for a loss.
22
Oh,
with the carry.
man. He'll go that.
That's called making a statement. When you get into the backfield like that and put somebody on their back, it really sends a message.
Second down and 7 to go.
Ball on the 15-yard line.
Air Force going with the wishbone here. They hand it off. He lateral with the spin. And he's tackled at the 13-yard line. Yarno gains about 2 yards on the run. So that'll make it third down. Third and 5.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Harris, the ball carrier. Jordan tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. The D lineman wasn't letting anyone by him that time.
And the big fella did a heck of a job plugging up the hole where that play was supposed to go.
That guy's so big, Kirk, he doesn't plug up holes. He plugs up the whole line down there.
It's up, and it sails through the uprights. There's a flag on the field, and I think I have a good feeling of what this might be.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still.
He looked like he had a handful of jersey on that one.
You know, you can get away with a little holding, but hey, you can't do that.
Fourth down,
and long.
this kick will be from about 41 yards out. The kick is up, and it's good. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Air Force to kick. Curry and Weber back to return. He kicks off. No chance for a return. It'll come out to the 20. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the coach gave his offense quite a speech before he sent them out there.
And let's not forget, they had some things clicking the last time out. He's probably just reminding them to finish the job this time.
The
It's
USC
first and 10.
Trojans take
Ball
over
on their own
at the
20.
20-yard line. First and 10.
They come out in a nickel. Looks to pass. He's going left. The ball is tipped.
Wow, not a smart pass.
He thought he could squeeze it in there, I guess.
The next time he does that, he better be ready to make a tackle. They'll pick him off if he's not careful.
Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. Ace backfield. White drops back to pass. Looking. He throws. Intercepted off the tip. Another interception. That makes 4 on the day.
Somebody needs to put a 10 over these guys, because this is just a circus with all these turnovers.
There's a flag down, and here's the call.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. First down.
The
This is a great place to start the drive on the opponent's side of the 50.
First and 10.
Davidson hands it left. He shoots. And he's taken down at the 27. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
First down, 10 to go. Air Force sets up in the eye. Juke move. He breaks it. Pittman brings him down at the 24-yard line. Harris gets 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up second down. They line up at the 24. Second down, 7 yards to go. Air Force going with the wishbone here. And they make the stop at the 12-yard line. And a huge run by the tailback.
This guy's always had outstanding vision, but it seems he's got some incredible quickness as well once he gets into the open field.
Boy, you're right. This kid showed me he's a great-looking athlete.
Have a look at our Old Spice red zone numbers. Red zone, when performance matters most. They're in the red zone, where last time they came away with only a field goal. From the 13-yard line. Second down and 11 yards to the sticks. Davidson gives it up the middle. Shifty move there. Turner with the tackle at the 10-yard line. And he's already over the 100-yard mark with that run.
And he's made it look so easy. He's going through, around, and on top of this defense with no problem.
He really has. At this rate, he could easily be looking at 200, maybe even 300 yards rushing today.
Might have been some early movement up front.
Dead ball. Let's start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
So they'll have to
third
line
down.
up for another third down play after they got the penalty marched off against them.
Yep, just a bad time to be making a mistake like that.
Third and 13.
From the 15-yard line. It's third down. Davidson drops back. He passes it. Makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown. The quarterback mixed things up a bit and found the big guy for the score.
This kid has worked very, very hard at his receiving skills, and I've seen a lot of improvement in him.
Now the extra point to take a field goal lead. And he adds the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Kicks it away. No chance for a return. It'll come out to the 20. So the offense will come out and try to turn things around after an interception on their last drive.
The quarterback has to get that interception out of his head. You can't be scared to keep firing away in this game.
The
The
USC
defense will
Trojans
carry
take
over.
at the 20-yard
First and
line.
10.
First and 10.
Ball on the 20. They'll throw on first down. And it's the senior. And he's tackled at the 28-yard line. The Trojans call for a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. From their own 28-yard line, we've got a 2nd and 2. White hands it off. No, play fake. Throws it deep downfield. Got it. And he's all the way down to the 33-yard line. Perfect time for the play-action pass.
Well, here the defense is looking for the run, and the play-action put them in even a worse position. They just weren't ready for the pass there.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 33-yard
line. Drops back on first down. Someone got a hand on it. And the linebacker makes a good defensive play.
The thing I like about this play is he made the play without getting pass interference. This is a good football player.
They line up at the 33.
Ball on the 33-yard
It's second down and 10 to go. Back to pass. Throws in a hurry. Brought down at the 22. How about that pass, fellas?
Well, Brad, the defense was coming with the blitz, and that opened some room for these guys to get open.
Yeah, and if you're coming with the blitz, you better get to this quarterback. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
We've got a first and 10.
Ball on the 22.
Steps up, looks, throws it, has it to the senior. What a collision. And they were stopped for a minimal gain on the play.
That was a sensational effort by the defense. They were all over that pass.
It's second down and 8.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
USC comes out with an I formation. He passes it, and they make the stop at the 13. USC will take a timeout. That's their second of the half. The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Third and short, and they hand it off. He's tackled at the 12-yard line. They'll still be short of the first down.
They didn't have far to go, Brad, but it didn't matter because this defense was ready for them.
And now it's fourth down, Coach.
This should be an easy field goal. This will be about a 29-yard field goal attempt. Steven will try to tie this game up. It's up, and it's right down the middle. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. USC lines up for the kickoff. Kicks it away. The coach was not happy with his defensive line on the last drive as this offense seemingly ran all over them.
Yeah, this offensive line has been opening up holes that even you, Coach, could run through.
You're not kidding, Kirk.
They'll
They've
take
been
over
dominating
at the
up
20-yard
front.
line.
They'll
First
set up
and 10.
shop at the 20. Jordan tackles him for a loss on the play. From their own 19-yard line.
Ball on the
Second and 11.
19-yard line.
And we've got a tie ball game here, folks, and we pause for halftime.
The
Air Force got the ball to start the game, so they'll be kicking off to start the second half. He really got a hold of that kick. Curry from his own end zone. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession.
The
offense will start
take
the
over
20-yard line.
The 20-yard line. First and 10.
They use 4 linebackers. White drops to throw. He unloads it. Here's an opening. The senior makes the catch. That one worked pretty well.
And it's a good job here by the wide receiver to get open. He created good separation from the defense.
We've got a first and 10.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
White back to throw. White throws. Oh, what a catch. They'll bring him down at the 47.
This is a simple case of finding the hole in the zone. The quarterback did a good job of recognizing the coverage and then found his man.
Yep, give the receiver some credit too. He got open, then made a nice catch for the first down.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. 5 DBs on the field. Make the move. McCullough tackles him at the 42. He rumbles ahead and picks up about 5. We've got a second and 5. Ball on the 42-yard line. The Trojans line up with 3 wide. White back to pass. Down the middle. The ball is tipped. Smith was the intended target, so that'll make it 3rd down. They line up at the 42.
Ball on the
3rd and 5 coming up.
line.
White drops back to pass. White is sacked. Kirk, how many sacks do they have now?
And that gives them 5 for the game. This offensive line has got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Fourth and 12.
The Trojans
Ball
line
on
up
the
the front.
49-yard line.
Phillips awaits the snap. Hangs it up high. Schaefer calls for the fair catch. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Gives it off. Tries to juke. And down he goes at the 23-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry. It's second down. They keep it on the ground with a tailback. Tackle made at the 27-yard line. 4-yard gain by the back. From their own 27-yard line. 3rd down. The Falcons come out in the power eye. Here's the give. And he's taken down at the 30-yard line. Harris gains around 3 yards on the run. And they're ready to punt this one away. Curry is deep to receive, and something tells me he's looking for a second return. Punts the ball away. Curry takes it to the 36. They're just about ready to get this drive started. Return to their last series had some promise, but it ended with a punt. The offense will take over at the
41-yard line. First and 10.
Parks is the single setback. White back to throw. He's looking for his man. And it's caught. And he's tackled at the 46-yard line. So they pick up a few with a pass play, Coach.
Yeah, it was. I like plays like these. As long as you're moving forward and not backward, you're doing pretty good.
Second and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 46-yard line. The Trojans line up with a single set backfield. Looking to throw. Across the middle. Got it to the senior. He got a lot of jersey on that play. Not too much argument about this call.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still second
It's
down.
about time they called him for holding. He's been holding on to jerseys all game.
Scooter, these refs could probably call holding on every play if they wanted to. These guys get away with a lot.
Second and 15.
It's second and 15.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
The Trojans come out in the ace formation. White steps back to pass. He throws it, and he's hit immediately. They get 5 yards on the play. They line up at the 41. It's third down and 10. White drops to throw. Looking. Going long. Someone got a hand on it. Kirk, he threw that one right into coverage.
Yeah, Brad, that is a cardinal rule. You never throw into tight coverage like that. There are a lot of guys out there that have so much confidence in their arms, they think they can squeeze the ball into a tight little space the size of a donut hole.
Fourth and 10.
USC lining up the punt. Stewart back deep to return. Phillips punts it, and he really got a leg into this one. Stewart fields it at the 13. This defense did a good job on the last series. They forced the offense to go 3 plays and out.
And now they're looking to build off of that and shut them down again right here.
They'll start at the 23. Looks like he flinched down there on the line.
Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
They got a little bit antsy out there on that one.
Well, if I had those big hogs lined up on the other side of the ball, I'd be a little antsy too.
First and 15 now.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
Here's the and down he goes at the 22-yard line. 4 yards gained. From their own 22-yard line. We've got a second and 11. Davidson with 3 wide receivers. Davidson with the give. Turner with the tackle at the 30. Harris gains around 8 yards on the run. They line up at the 30. They're down and 3 coming up.
30-yard line.
They've got their man lined up in the backfield, but will they give it to him? Harris gets the call again. A little juke across midfield. At the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he's all the way in for the touchdown. Nice ball, nice blocking, and an even better run.
Those guys up front must have been hitting those sleds pretty hard in practice. The only reason this kid was able to show his good playability was because the offensive linemen executed their assignments to perfection.
Looks like someone went a little too far with the celebration.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the try.
They line up for the point after. he hits the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Air Force ready to kick this one off. Curry and Weber back deep to return. He kicks off. Weber fields it in the end zone. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll set up shop at the 20-yard line.
First and 10.
Parks, the lone back. White drops back. Throws it out there. He snags it. Parks runs out at the 35. Good gain on the pass to the running back.
This young man is becoming more and more part of this passing game. He does a great job of making guys miss after the catch.
Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. White drops back, stepping up, he delivers, and it's caught. What a collision.
The defense was coming with heat on that play.
Yep, but the offensive line did a good job of picking up their assignments, and that gave the quarterback enough time to throw a nice pass and pick up the first down.
They line up at the 45. It's first down. White drops to throw. Throws. It's on the ground. Defense says they've got it, and they do. And that fumble is going to cost them.
At this stage in the game, the #1 rule has to be to hold on to the football.
I agree with you, Kirk. You just can't let somebody take it away from you in a situation like this when it matters the most.
They're going to flag the celebration there.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. First down.
He'll get the ball here at the 29-yard line.
At the 29-yard line. First and long.
The defense lines up with 5 defensive backs. They'll give it off here. Bernard is walking off the field now, and the trainers are going to have a close look at him.
Well, let's hope it's not serious, but his arm's got to be hurting after a shot like that.
From their own 30-yard line.
Ball
Second and long.
30-yard line.
Davidson back to pass. He steps up. He's going right. And it's picked off from the tip.
That's his first pick of the season there, Coach.
Oh, he picked a good time to get an interception. This is a close game, and that turnover can be the difference maker later in the game.
They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. USC comes to the line, only one man in the backfield. He throws. Brought down at the 36-yard line. And Kirk, that was a nice grab there.
You know, it may be simple, but whenever you can gain solid yardage, you're doing something right.
From the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
And the blitz might cause that one.
The defense took a chance here. They overloaded that side of the ball, and the tailback had nowhere to go.
They line up at the 36. Here's third down. 4 yards to go. The Trojans are lining up with 3 receivers. They'll bring him down at the 22. And that'll give him another first down.
Excellent job there, Brad, of running the football. That was good execution by this offense.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. He drops back with the throw, and it falls incomplete. Powers was the intended target on the play, so that'll make it second down. They line up at the 22. Second down and 10 to go. Parks gets the call again. Tackle made at the 18. Parks gains about 4 yards on the play, so that'll make it third down. And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. They're in the red zone, where last time they came away with only a field goal. He snags it. Nothing gained on the play. So it's fourth down, and the kicker's on to try this one from 35. The kick is up, and he got it. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. USC gets set to kick this one away. Stewart and Colston back ready to return. Nice kick, plenty of distance. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession. They'll start this drive at the 20.
At the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Harris on the run, makes a move. Mitchell with a takedown at the 32-yard line.
Kirk, this halfback just went over 200 yards with that carry.
Well, I think that goes without saying that he's been the player of the game so far.
Yes, he's been carrying his team to this point, and since they have the lead, I'm sure they'll be handing him the ball to keep the clock running.
2-yard line.
Air Force lines up in the bone. He's gobbled up in the backfield. Second down and 14.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
And down he goes at the 28-yard line. Third down, 14 yards to go. Ball on the 28. The Trojans line up with 6 defensive backs. Davidson drops to throw. No one open, so he's going to run. Tackles him at the 42-yard line.
Pretty good run there by the quarterback.
Yeah, he couldn't find anybody open downfield, so he made a good decision to take off, and he got some good yards out of it.
Fourth and inches.
So they're set to punt this one away.
On the 42-yard line.
Curry is deep to receive, and something tells me he's looking for a second return. He punts it. Curry takes it at the 23. Missed tackle. A good job by last drive, getting 3. He gets some more on this drive.
They'll
From
start
their
the
own
drive
35-yard line.
35-yard line.
It's first down.
10.
White comes to the line with 3 wide. Drops back to pass. White zips it, and he's taken down at the 41. Nice little pattern there.
Yeah, he had great position there, and that ball was thrown in the right spot.
It's second down and 4 to go.
Ball
on the 41-yard line. Tackle made at the 42. And the halfback's got nowhere to go. We've got 3rd and 3 here. They use 4 linebackers. White drops back to pass. And it's caught. Schaefer with the tackle at the 42-yard line. A nice looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find a hot receiver.
First and 10.
One-man backfield. Flags are all over the place, and they'll blow it dead.
Dead ball. Let's start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
He just
first down.
flinched.
Brad, one of the most frustrating penalties is a false start because they are the easiest penalties to avoid. It just takes some focus.
15.
First down and 15 to go.
47-yard line.
Drops back to pass. Throws down the middle. The linebacker picks it off. And I don't think they'll be picking on him anymore. That was his 2nd interception of the ball game.
If there were any doubts coming into this game whether or not this guy could defend those receivers, he's pretty much answered those questions.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 44-yard line.
First and 10.
Matthew tackles him for a loss on the play. They line up at the 42. Second down. Harris, the ball carrier, tries to shoot. That didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. They would come with a heavy blitz. Guys were shooting through the line right into the backfield. That play didn't have a chance.
Third and about 13 yards. The defense lines up in a dime. Davidson drops back to pass. He looks, throws it to the outside. It's deflected. There's a flag down in the backfield, but I didn't see what happened.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. $15-yard penalty. Automatic.
The
First
quarterback
down.
was just sitting back there unprotected, and he took a cheap shot.
Well, now the offense is going to get a cheap 15 yards.
And I'll guarantee that coach will chew him out for that hit.
First and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line.
And he's hit hard at the 48. From the 48-yard line, it's second down. He'll get it again. Gets past the tackler. They'll bring him down at the 45-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run. They'll line it up again on third down. Harris lines up in a deep back, I formation. He's looking to pass. He's rolling right. He's sacked at the 49-yard line.
What a sack! It's not good when your quarterback is taking shots like that.
Yeah, he's lucky he still has all of his limbs attached after that hit.
As a quarterback, this guy has got to learn how to protect himself a little bit better. Otherwise, he might not make it through the game, let alone the season.
4th and long.
The Falcons are lining up to punt it away. Curry back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or two. Curry signals for a fair catch. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. The offense will start at
They'll
the
take
17.
over at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10.
He looks to throw on first down. Throws this one out to the right. It's complete. He's taken down at the 33. How about that pass, fellas?
Oh, Brad, the defense was coming with the blitz, and that opened some room for these guys to get open.
Yeah, and if you're coming with the blitz, you better get to this quarterback. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
We've got a 1st and 10.
Ball on the
Ball on their own
33-yard
33.
line.
Air Force brings in their nickel package. Drops back to pass. And he's hammered as he lets it go. Powers was the intended target, so that'll make it second down. From their own 33-yard line, it's 2nd and 10. Drops back to pass with the throw. Intercepted off the tip. The 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown. So a great play by the defender to give his team 6 points.
Kirk, he made it look easy. You can tell this kid has seen the end zone before.
That was a very good play, and that will certainly help build his team's momentum.
They line up for the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. And just over 2 minutes left here in the third. The score is Air Force 31, USC 20. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. He kicks off. Curry fields it in the end zone.
Great job by the defense last time forcing the pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few runs here by the offense to start things off.
The
1st and 10.
Trojans
Ball on
will
the
start
20.
the drive
USC
at the 20-yard
comes out with an I
line.
formation.
1st and 10.
He drops back. Flips it. This one is incomplete.
The quarterback tried to force this pass. If he doesn't have any receivers open, he needs to just throw it away.
Yeah, Kurt, we've seen this tight end make some great catches, but it's hard for anybody to make a catch when they're covered so
2nd and 10.
well.
It's second down. They come out in a nickel. Looks to pass. He wants it all. Got it. At the 40. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. What a display of pure speed.
You know, anytime this guy touches the ball, he has the ability to go the entire length of the field at that speed.
If I was calling plays, I would say, go run past everybody and we'll throw it to you. He can fly.
Here's the try for the extra point. He makes the PAT. So with less than 2 to go in the third quarter, our score, Air Force 31, USC 27. Phillips, ready to kick. And this is just a booming kick. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession.
The Air Force Downs will start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Little shake and make move. Turner with a takedown at the 22. The running back gets 2 on the carry. It's second and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line. The Falcons come out showing 3 wide. Harris gets a pitch. And they got him for a loss. A loss on that one as he couldn't get past those big linemen.
You got that right. They sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed him.
It's third down. The defense is looking for the pass as they bring out their dime package. Davidson back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. Can this offense do anything to slow down this pass rush?
I think they need to make some adjustments with their pass protection. Maybe allow the backs to stay in the block because the quarterback is getting pounded back there.
Pounded for 7 sacks so far. Watch out. This defense might get him again.
Fourth and 13.
Here comes the punter looking to boot this one away. Curry back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or 2. Westerman punts it away, and this one's got some distance. Curry fields it at the 39.
What to look for in this drive is to see how often the defense changes up its coverages. They didn't defend the pass very well that last drive, so it's going to be interesting to see if they play them differently here.
They'll take a work at the 46-yard line. First and 10.
Parks lines up as a single back. Brought down at the 46. Couldn't get anything out of that. They line up at the 46. It's second down. The Trojans have 3 receivers bunched. He lets it go. Great concentration. What a throw and catch, guys.
I'll tell you what, this young kid has a real gun for an arm. He sizes up to play well and then gets the ball out of there.
Third down. USC sends up in the eye. Well, only a quarter remains, and we've got a tight game with the score. Air Force 31, USC 27.
Third and 1. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Parks is the deep back as they line up in the I. Third and short, and they hand it off. Tackle at the 41. So he got enough for the first down there.
Yep, nice call to run the ball there on third down. I like it.
First down. Drops back on first down. He tosses it short. He's taken down at the 36. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense and can open things up for the big play.
Second and 5.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
The Falcons line up in a nickelback. White drops back. White throws. Complete. McCaleb with the tackle at the 30-yard line. Parks picks him up 6 yards with a catch.
This is a hard play to contain if you're a defensive player. If you give him too much of a cushion, then the quarterback can hit the receiver with the short routes. If you stay on top of him, then he just might try and beat you deep.
First and 10.
First and 10.
Ball on the
Ball on the
30-yard
line. The Trojans come out in the ace formation. White still has it. Going deep. Lays it out there. And that one's incomplete. And there's a penalty on the play. Let's see who it's on.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Beep, beep.
Scooter, what are you doing?
Kirk, my friend, that's the sound of the offense going in reverse.
First and long.
First down. Parks lines up in the deep back. I formation. Batted ball. Sims probably just has a stinger here. We'll keep you updated on the status. From the 40-yard line. Second and long. USC goes with the ace set here. White drops back. He steps up. White passes. Tackle made at the 35. Nice little catch there, huh, Coach?
Yeah, that was a good call. I like that call. I like short passes. They're safe and can lead to some really good yardage.
Third and the defense will try to stop this third down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. White steps back to pass. White throws it out there.
Way to keep your head on a swivel, kid. That was a nice job of locating the football and knocking it down to prevent the completion.
Sure was, Coach. He put himself in great position to make a play.
And it's the offense that takes the field on fourth down. The Trojans line up with a single set backfield. White has his work cut out for him here. White unloads. And he's tackled right away. Not much of a chance on that one.
Well, they had to go for it. We're at a point where there's not much time left, and you got to put it all on the line.
They'll get the ball here at the 23-yard line.
At the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Two tight end set. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Brought down at the 26. Harris gains around 3 yards on the run. That'll bring up second down. They line up at the 26. It's second and 7. hits him hard at the 24-yard line.
Third
From their own 24-yard line.
24-yard
Third down. Davidson steps back to pass. Steps up. Davidson is sacked. Chalk one up for the linebacker.
It's hard to pick up this blitz because you never know where these guys are coming from.
You know, that's why I consider the offensive linemen some of the smartest people on the football field. But it didn't look like it on that play.
They're going to flag the celebration there.
And sportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. And he hits him hard at the 33. From their own 33-yard line.
On the 33-yard
It's second
line.
down. Johnson tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. They line up at the 32. Third down, 13. Air Force sets up in the I. Davidson drops back to pass. They're not long. It's tipped. The defender had it and then dropped it. They might have had a shot at a first there.
Yeah, but the defense was waiting for the pass and got a hand on it. Great job to force the 4th down right there.
4th and 13.
It's 4th down now, and we'll see the punt team.
32-yard line.
Curry back to return, and he's already proven he can break these with a block or two. He gets it away. Curry takes it to 28. What do you guys think this offense has to do to get their team back in this game?
Well, Brad, this is only a one-possession game, but I think they need to get into the end zone on this drive.
They have a little bit of time, but they certainly can't afford to turn the ball over here. They need points right now.
They'll start
this drive
at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10.
Parks lines up as a single back. He's drilled as he throws.
Whoa! Excellent play on defense.
That's pretty much the best way to make sure the receiver doesn't catch it. He just put his pads on him the second he touched it.
Yep, and outaimed the football.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 31. Play fake. Surveys the field. He throws it. Catches it. Brought down in the open field.
Did you see what I saw there, Coach?
I don't know. It looked like to me that he just got beaten man-to-man coverage.
He sure did. These guys are going to have to do a better job of locking down their man and preventing passes like that.
First down.
Ball
He's
on
backfield.
the 42-yard line.
Drops back on first down. With the throw. He snags it. They'll bring him down at the 43-yard line. They didn't get much on that pass.
You know, this defense is too quick for plays like that to work. You got to mix them up a little.
Second and 9 coming up here.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
3 wideouts here. And down he goes at the 47. He picks up 4 yards on the carry. It's third down and 5 to go. All of their own 47. USC lines up in a bunch formation. Looking to throw. Over the middle. Someone got a hand on it.
Great play by the defender.
Oh, yeah, he got his hand in there, broke up the pass, and that brings up fourth down.
Fourth down, and the offense is still on the field. Parks lines up in a deep back, I formation. White drops to throw. Looks, throws it. He catches another. Cochran brings him down at the 42. Not bad pickup that time.
Yeah, let me tell you the reason why this play worked. The defense came with pressure, but they couldn't quite get to the quarterback, and he made them pay right
First
there.
and 10. Ball
First
on the
down.
42-yard line.
White drops back on first down. And now he's going to improvise. Tackle at the 39. It's second and 7.
Ball on the
And this is the
39-yard
eighth play
line.
of the drive. The defense is looking for the pass as they bring out their dime package. White drops to throw. Moves up in the pocket. Throwing right. Incomplete pass. Patrick was the intended receiver on that pass. So that'll make it third down. Third line up at the 39. Third down. This is when their star receiver can make plays. He's rolling left. He fires. To the middle, it's his tight end.
You know, Coach, the tight end is such a valuable weapon in the passing game.
These days, they don't even recruit you if you don't have good hands at tight end. If you can't catch the ball, then they move you over to tackle.
But this guy does have good size and good hands.
And he just got them a first down.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. They're in the red zone, where last time they came away with only a field goal. Drops back on first down. He passes it. Complete. Good open field tackle. And a nice pickup through the air.
I'll tell you what, fellas, I love this kid's throwing ability. He's got a quick release, and he's very accurate.
Here's the 11th play of the drive.
Ball on the 12-yard line.
He's looking to pass. He steps up, throws it to the outside. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it. What an opportunity missed by the lineman.
Come on, big fella. You don't get too many opportunities like that.
You think you would have caught it if it was a cheeseburger?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to let him know you said that next time we do one of their games.
I'm messing with that kid. Don't worry. Seriously. What if it was a donut?
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. After this is to the goal. First down.
It's first and goal, and they need a touchdown. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. It's tipped. He almost had it, but it's incomplete. Weber was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up second down. That brings up second and goal. Ball on the 6. The Trojans are lining up with 3 receivers. And they make the stop at the 3. Parks gains around 3 yards on the run. The defense is trying to protect their lead, but the offense is threatening. It's third down from the 3. Ace backfield. White hands it off. Oh, he got nailed on that one.
They sent the blitz and drilled the running back before he could find any daylight.
It's do or die time right here. 4th and goal from the 3. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. White drops back. White unloads. Incomplete. They went for it, but they were denied.
Well, that was a situation where they had to go for it.
I agree. They can't afford to let the other team hold on to the ball. The time is ticking away.
So a huge series here. We'll find out what each team is made of. Air Force going with the power I. So the only man between him and the end zone makes the tackle. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Davidson with the give. He jukes. And down he goes at the 41-yard line.
Yep, the defense was blitzing on that play, but it was picked up very nicely by that big old line.
And that certainly helped spring him free, Coach. They have to be careful not to over-pursue next time.
It's second down.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
And they'll bring him down behind the line. And we'll take a break while the injured players attended to.
I didn't see what happened on the play, but you can only hope that this guy's able to shake it off and get back into the game.
From their own 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Third short and they hand it off. He's tackled at the 41. They'll be short of the first down after that unsuccessful running play.
Nice job here by the defense of holding firm and forcing a fourth down.
Fourth and 1. Air Force ready to punt this one away. Curry is back to return. He's the same guy that already ran one all the way back. Punts the ball away. Curry fields it at the 18. What do you expect from this offense at this point, fellas?
They only need a touchdown, and that would put them right back into this game.
And they have enough time on the clock where they don't have to rush their offense.
You're exactly right, Coach. They just need to put together a solid drive.
First and 10.
USC sets up in the eye. Makes a move. Tackle made at the 25. Parks gains about 2 yards on the run. Second down.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
The Trojans line up with a single set backfield. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Complete. What a catch. What do you think of that catch, Kirk?
What a steady performer this player has been. That's now over 100 yards receiving on the day for this fine young man.
They line up at the 42.
Ball on the 42-yard
First down.
line.
Air Force lines up defensively in a 3-4. He drops back. Looks. Stepping up with the throw. Finds his back with some room to run. Nothing going on that play.
Well, here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
It's second down. Ace backfield. White back to throw. Guns it across the middle. They connect again. And down he goes at the 40-yard line. Good pickup by the receiver.
Yeah, this kid loves to play. He wants the ball every time it's thrown up.
First and 10.
Ball on the 40.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
McCullough tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. A 1-yard loss. Second and 11. Ball on the 41-yard line. The Trojans line up with 3 wide. Looking deep to the right. Got it. And he's tackled at the 4-yard line. Kirk, what do you have?
Well, as you can see, this guy's been a big playmaker all game long. In fact, with that last grab, he just went over 200 yards receiving.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters most. White hasn't thrown a bad one this drive. Touchdown, and that puts them on top. And he comes up with his second touchdown catch of the game right there.
Kirk, this kid is tough to stop.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. You try to keep tabs on him, but eventually he's going to find a way to get open.
I think you need to double team him.
Trying to go up by 3. They'll kick the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. But with less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, USC 34, Air Force 31. Phillips, ready to kick. Sends it sailing downfield. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Guys, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
It's only a 3-point game, so they can tie it with a field goal or take the lead with a touchdown.
They have time on the clock, so I wouldn't rush things here. The important thing is to move the ball down the field and put points on the board.
And he's taken down at the 25. Yardo comes away with 5 yards on the carry, so that'll make it second down. So line up at the 25. It's second and 5 here. Davidson gives it up the middle, tries to juke. Taylor with a takedown at the 33. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy does a good job in reading his blocks and accelerating through the hole.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. The defense sets up for the dime. Spin move. Tackle at the 37. They got 4 yards on that.
Gain of 4 on the play.
They line up at the 37. Ball. Second down. The defense lines up at the dime. Juke move. Pittman tackles him at the 46-yard line. And that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. A little juke. Brought down at the 49-yard line. Harris comes away with 5 yards on the carry. That'll make it second down. Second down and 5. Ball on the 49.
49-yard line.
Hands it off. And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
The defense just blew that one up in the backfield.
Just nowhere to run on that play, Coach. The halfback had nowhere to go from the get-go.
Third down, 6 to go.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Davidson hands it off straight ahead. tries to spin. Taylor with a takedown at the 35-yard line. And that's their third first down of the drive.
Great blocking and great running equals very successful offense.
And they've looked really good on this drive, Coach. The defense needs to figure out a way to stop them, or else they're going to have no problem putting points on the board.
Drops back to pass. Steps up. He unloads it. It's tipped.
What a play by the defensive back.
He knocked that ball out of the sky before the receiver had a chance to do anything about it.
It's second and 10.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
The Trojans bring in their dime package. Davidson set to go to the air. Caught. Simmons. Buffs it up. Boy, were they lucky on that one.
A turnover this late in the game would have almost ended your chances.
You're right, Coach. That would have been devastating.
This defense faces another third down. USC lines up in a dime defense here. Looks to pass. He keeps it. That's a great tackle at the 28. A gain of 6. Fourth down, and the kicker's on to try this one from 45. It's up, and he's got it. Talk about a clutch kick, guys.
You know, I give kickers a lot of grief, but you have to have nerves of steel to make a kick like that.
My heart is pounding at 200 beats per minute right now, Kurt. Wow.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Here's the kick. And they can forget about returning this one. Guys, their last possession, they really had good success passing the ball.
Hey, if you ask me, I'd air it out some more.
Lee, I agree. Make them show you that they can stop it before you change things up.
They'll go to work at the 20. USC goes with the ace set here. White drops to throw. Spins upfield. He's going to take off. They'll bring him down at the 20-yard line. USC will call a timeout, and they've got 2 remaining. Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. USC lines up in a bunch formation. Looking to throw. He looks. He lets it fly. He got it! And he's all the way down to the 34. There's a flag down in the backfield, but I didn't see what happened.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. $15-yard penalty. Automatic. First
USC
down.
will take their second time out of the half. First down, 10 to go. They're inside the 20. The Trojans line up with 2 tight ends. A little juke. What a collision. Parks comes away with 2 yards on the carry. That'll bring up second down. The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice red zone, when performance matters most. White, back to pass. He keeps it. He's tackled at the 9-yard line. USC will take their last time out. Folks, we're either going to see victory with this field goal or overtime. Here we go. The kick is up, and it is good. So they take the late lead with that clutch field goal. Wow!
Wow is an understatement. That was a big kick.
This has been a great game from start to finish, Coach. It's a shame that one of these teams has to lose this game.
If they field this kick, they'll have to bring it all the way back for a touchdown, or this one's over. He sends this one deep, and they can forget about returning this one. Congratulations to our Coca-Cola players of the game. These guys were playing on a very high level today. And it all comes down to this. One last chance to throw one up and see if somebody can bring it down and win the game. Back to pass. And he's going to come up with a sack. And this one's all wrapped up. What are your final thoughts on this game, Kirk?
I'm sad to see this one end because it was a great game to watch. Air Force had plenty of chances to win this ball game, but it wasn't meant to be. All you can do now is try to bounce back after a close loss like this.
That'll do it for this broadcast of NCAA Football 2007. The final count in this one, USC 37, Air Force 34. We hope you enjoyed this game as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. So long, everyone.